Hello, Dull Bedsit Blogger here, and I'm a little bit drunk. Shall we let past Dull Bedsit Blogger explain what's going on? I am outside the Hove Centre at the moment, also known as Hove Town Hall, and I'm just about to go to the Hove Beer Festival, and in a plan to help me not drink too much, I am planning to review every beer on video, and then when this session is finished, which is about 3 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock now, I'm going to go home and edit this, so you'll see what my drunk editing skills are like, maybe. Last time I went to a beer festival, I ended up looking like this. So let's get on with it. Right, so I'm in the Hove Brighton Beer Festival, and I've got my first beer. There you go. It's a light beer. I was going to have a dark one to start with. I've got hip hop, so I'll do a quick taste test. First beer of the session. It has that characteristic real ale farty head, and a vague shredded wheat and bitter twist, which is very pleasant. Shall I go to my compadres, my beer compadres, Gareth and the international delegate Larry. So we have Gareth here, who has
Brewdog Edge. Brewdog, the people that brought you Punk IPA and Hardcore. It's a darker beer. Surprisingly though, it doesn't feel like a heavy ale. It's still quite light, much like their IPAs, but it's still got that nice undercurrent to it. Very, very flavoursome.
And Larry, our Australian contingent.
Who will be covering the ciders and perries today because she doesn't drink beer or ale. I have the Watkins Red Cider, which is 7.2%, but doesn't taste it, although I can feel it in my arms, so I guess it obviously is. It's a sweeter cider, but still, you know, with the scrumpies, so over here you guys would probably drink it at room temperature, whereas in Australia we would still stick 100 cubes of ice in it to make it go down easier.
Beer 2. I've got Cheeky Kia, which is a pink ready beer with a cherry flavouring towards it. The smell is like cherry pipe tobacco. And the flavour, it's not as strong as the smell, but it's got a really good lemony zest to it, and then the aftertone is of cherry, which is quite marvellous. It's really good. So Gareth, you have a Red Squirrel flavoured drink.
I have Red Squirrel IPA, which traditional IPA brewed with American hops. It's a very smooth pale ale with a slight bitter aftertaste. It's quite fizzy as well, almost as if someone's dropped some sherbet in it. Very nice.
And Larry, you've gone for a pink.
I am. I'm drinking the Hex Port Wine Cider, which takes its name from the fact that it's got a pinkish colour, which you can really see if you hold it up to the light. It's not the same colour as most ciders you normally see. It's made with vintage apples, although I'm not sure what that means. It doesn't necessarily have a really strong smell, but it's got a medium kind of flavour, maybe leaning towards the dry rather than the sweet. Yeah, it's really tasty, and the sort of drink that you could probably get down quite easily, but it is still 7.2%, so drink it slowly.
A new reviewer of Porn Beer fame and Magic Hands fame and generally Bendy Nose fame. Damien.
It's me from pornbeer.com, and I'm going to now not be reviewing porn but beer. And this is IPA, the name of which I may have slightly forgotten already. I don't even know what bit to look on. It's an IPA. You don't care what it is, you're not going to remember, so I'll just tell you. It's very light. It's very crispy. It's a good first beer to have at a beer festival, I think, because it's my lunch really, and this is a fruity, crisp, light kind of lunch. So yes, I'll give it 4 out of 5.
So I'm on beer 3 now, which is Ruby XXI or Ruby 21, which has delightful chocolate shavings overtones, and has a really nicely rounded flavour, vague hint of coffee, but mainly it's like a nice kind of a milk chocolate rather than dark chocolate, which is very nice indeed. Shall we go and see what the others are drinking? So Gareth, what's your flavour? Tell me what's your flavour?
I have gone for the Yin Metal Rabbit.
Heavy Metal Rabbit?
Well, it's not that heavy, funnily enough. It's a local Sussex beer. I can't remember the name of the brewery. I think it might be Wentworth. It begins with a W at any rate. But it's Yin Metal Rabbit, and again, it's a very smooth IPA. Slight bitter aftertaste. Kind of a golden colour rather than a standard IPA colour, but very, very nice. Been my favourite one so far, I think.
So Larry, our cider correspondent.
This time I'm trying the 7 cider. I tried the 7 cider and the 7 perry and decided to go with the apple. I thought it was a bit tastier and doesn't have as much of an aftertaste. It's whiskey casked and you can smell that. And as an aftertaste you can kind of taste that a little bit as well. It's a medium sweet and yeah, it's really tasty, a good one.
Mr. Damien.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me from pornbeer.com, and I've got Harvey's, which is obviously very Sussex. Hope of Hove, because we're like in Hove, and it says it's a classic pale ale. And I think they're lying. It's 6%. I don't think it's classic because it tastes a bit like special. It's got that treacly tramp feel to it, and I'm not enjoying it. I'm not going to have it again. Tramp juice.
Beer 4, maybe. Fuller's Gales HSB. Very dark. Malt loaf. Slight hints of plum and fruit.
I'll give you a hint of my plums.
Yeah, an HSB really.
What's HSB stand for?
Shanghai Banking. Yeah, it's got a multi.
Would you get a mortgage from that beer?
Can I have a mortgage? No, you don't earn enough. You slacker. Got a full-time job. No. So now on to the Dame Master.
Hello. Now I've gone on to pint because I know I like this. It's the Jaipur IPA, which we had at the last one in Haywards Heath. And
I ended up looking like this. Oh.
you're right.
Oh my.
And it's very IPA-y. It's very smooth. I'm afraid St John's Ambulance had our change. You're too late, madam. So yes, she can't have our money. However, the beer is nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have gone for the Fat Cat Cougar. That's continuing the animal theme of my beer drinking today. It is labelled as an IPA, but it seems a bit, again, it seems a bit of a golden ale to me, just at least from the sight. We can get the filaments of it. Slight fruity undercurrents in this one, less of a bitter aftertaste than some of the other ones I've tried today. 4.7%, so going to the stronger end of the scale for IPAs, but again, a very nice beer.
So into the cider corner.
Back into the cider corner. So I'm drinking a perry now, not a cider. I can't pronounce the name properly. It's Wynt y Draig, I think. It's a Welsh cider, so forgive me for that. It's Two Trees Perry, and as you can see, it's basically see-through. I've been asked whether I'm drinking water, but definitely not. I've been told by the guy behind the counter that it's the cider, or the perry, sorry, that girls get because it's easily quaffable. It is really tasty, but I actually think it does have quite a strong flavour. So if you want something that's 5.5%, so it won't get you too fucked, but still tastes quite nice, I'd go for this one.
Okay, I've got Ginger Explosion now, which has ginger in it. It's got a really pleasant ginger aroma. The flavour is so pleasantly ginger. It doesn't burn your throat like a lot of ginger ales or ginger beers do. It's pleasantly leaning towards an ale rather than a ginger beer, if that makes sense. So that's very pleasant. Let's see what else we've got.
And that's the
Larry?
basic thing.
Oh,
Then there is
Larry,
more
hi.
than that have slightly bigger Tupperware boxes that people put shit
This is
in.
my last third of a pint for the day, so I decided to be a little bit different and go for the only cider perry. So it's a little red rooster cider perry. It's quite...
So they've got a little code on them.
It's really sweet. To tell you the truth, like way sweeter than anything else I've had today, and it is really thick. So I'm glad I'm having it as my last one because it's really kind of tangy and it feels like it coats your mouth quite a bit. But yeah, it's a nice colour, it's a nice flavour. I wouldn't get through more than a third of a pint of this. It's like I said, it's really sweet and really coats your mouth. So little bits.
Hi, I'm Damien from pornbeer.com.
What is that again?
Pornbeer.com.
Oh, yeah.
Review porn and beer. And yes, I'm on the Japor IPA again. There's a gazillion beers, but I really like this, so I can't get it very often, so I'm drinking it.
So this is my last drink of the session. I'm not too drunk. I'm not like pornbeerontheroad.com. I've gone for Baltic Trader. Dark, Bible black. And Baltic Trader is a stout that is 10.5 in alcoholic content. That is 1.5 stronger than Special Brew. So let's give it a... Oh, there is some dissolviness there. I think there may be a slight amount of drunkenness after I finish this. Caramel, burnt sugar and barley.
What's the difference between caramel and burnt sugar?
Slightly more burnt than caramel.
Good.
If you imagine, if you get caramel and then burn that's it's surprisingly smooth, but then that may be the anaesthetic qualities of alcohol. Who knows? Overtime! Yeah, I found I had 15 tokens left, so I thought I'll get a Russian stout, which is a 9%er. It's the same as Special Brew, so it can't be that bad. Yeah, I am a little bit more drunk now. I was right. The 10.5er was a drunk making thing. That's...
I'm hiccuping, so the camera's moving as I hiccup.
Oh, there's an essence of Tizer about this.
Tastes like beer.
It's got, so like, Tizer and molasses is what I'm going to say about this. The Russian stout. Yeah, Tizer and molasses. So now I'm powered by jelly belly beans and some beer. And I'm editing this, or as you've seen it, it's edited. Oh, it does my head in. The main thing with beer festivals that I think is they don't kind of seem to think of the atmosphere. It's like almost the reverse of Alcoholics Anonymous. They have no music playing, nothing to distract you, it's just about the beer. I had a great time, tasted some great beers, but like it'd be nice if there was at least some music in the background.